Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to go over a fairly sort of looked over champion, I believe. This is Skytouched Shaman. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's probably the best healer in the game. There's other people who've covered this champion before, don't get me wrong, but I've kind of stumbled across her in my search to get up the rankings in Arena in Platinum level, and she is a godsend for various teams that I really struggled with before. So yeah, she's really good, guys. If you do have her, definitely level her up. Her kit doesn't read that well, but she's super strong. I'm going to quickly go through her kit before I say anything else, and then we'll go on with the video. So she's got this A1 here, attacks all enemies, and basically if she has less than 50% HP, she heals for 15% of the damage, which is very little because she doesn't do a lot of damage. If she has over 50% HP though, she boosts her turn meter, which is pretty good. Not the best A1 on the planet, but it's not too bad. It's got a 5 increment damage increase here. I haven't actually even booked her out yet. Don't really need to for this skill. Now, this is what she's all about though. I have booked this skill out, got lucky with the books. She is really strong with this ability. This is really what makes her, it's her standout ability for the meta that is Arena right now. It removes all debuffs from all allies, then places Revive on Death and the block debuffs for 2 turns on all allies. So this does a number of things. Now you have to kind of speed tune your champions for this. You need to make sure she's going at the right point to make this useful. But this was really my answer to Tormund. I used a fairly standard kind of, Arbiter boost up, debuff them all, strip with Madame, and then AoE nuke with Ethos or Candrathon, one of the big AoE nukes that I've got just to blow everyone up. But whenever you run into a Tormund team, it's just basically a no-no, because as soon as you hit that Arbiter ability, you're just going to freeze half your team. Now the beauty of this girl is I'm actually running her in immunity gear. I'll show you that in a second. So I have her placed really fast to go second in my team. So Arbiter boosts everyone's turn meter, freezes half the team probably, including herself, except for Skytouched Shaman and immunity. Then boom, she just goes in here, removes all those freezes, puts Revive on Death and block debuffs. Now the block debuffs and remove all debuffs is the bit that people kind of focus on, but see that Revive on Death, that's come in clutch for me so many times, So many times Trunda's used up, in retaliation, used their A3, boom, blowing us all up. Then a Revive on Death kicks in, then I get another go, Arbiter comes round, she boosts her meter, and before I know I'm back to it, Ethos blows them all up. So yeah, super strong ability this. This is her passive though. This is the thing that's actually really interesting about her. People would probably argue this is her standout skill because it does an insane amount of healing. I actually just used all of my epic books up, so I'm going to have to get some more, but I will book this one out because the extra heal would be good. But basically it damages the champion by 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. So if you've got 100k, that's 10,000 every turn. But it heals allies except this champion equal to half of the lost HP. But that isn't half of the lost HP that she just lost from that 10%. It's the half of the lost HP she's got altogether. So if she's lost, 80,000 HP and she's got 20,000 left, she's going to heal for 40k, which is insane. Everyone for 40k. Most of the time you'll find with this skill, she ends up just healing all your team back up to full health all the time. So it's pretty nuts. It puts a decreased speed debuff on her at the start of each turn and a fear on her as well. Well, half a chance of getting a fear on her. I feel they could probably just do without the fear because I think the decreased speed's enough, but it's a really strong ability, this guy's. But for me, the way I'm using her, it's just about her A2. As long as you can land this off, job's a good one, really. She's also got a really useful HP aura in all battles. Anything that's all battles is useful, so I've seen me using this quite a few times in various other content. Now, in terms of her artifacts, this is specifically for a very high-end sort of arena. This would not be a dungeon build. You can run her, I've seen people run her in Frenzy. Frenzy's really cool because, as soon as she loses HP, she gains more turn meter and in turn heals everyone. So probably for like dungeon content, someone like Frenzy or I don't know, Immortal, or well, maybe not Immortal. You want her to try and get down as low HP as you can, so she does massive heals. Something that can keep her alive, yeah, there's loads of various options for her, but for the content I'm using her for, this is what we went with. I'll just quickly go through her stats. So I've got her on 62k HP, 2.2k attack. I wish I could get that a bit lower actually. Got a few attack rolls that I could do without. 3.4k defense. 287 speed. I haven't glyphed like a bunch of stuff, so this is easily... My target for the speed is about 320, which is going to be very achievable because, like I say, I haven't put a glyph on that, I haven't put a glyph on that, I've got a 3 on that. I've only glyphed one piece, which is this piece here. So I could easily glyph this up to get the speed that I need, or I could just get better immunity gear, hopefully. If I could get like 1 triple speed immunity gear, that would really help my cause. But so yeah, the immunity gear, basically I'm looking for speed. That's all I'm really looking for. And then after that, it's just loads of survivability. So I've managed to get 60k HP and 3.4k defense. The closer I could get to 4k defense, the better. 62 to 72-ish HP is fine. I mean, the more HP you can get in a champion like this, the better, because a lot of our skills obviously revolve around the HP losing to heal more. But really for me, I'm just wanting that speed and enough survivability. So defense is actually fairly important to me as well, because I really want to be able to take a hit from people with this champion, as you will see when I go into arena with her in a minute. So because of that, I've kind of taken a mix of defense and HP. So I've got an HP banner, I've got HP on the amulet, and then on the ring I've got defense. And then also I've got an HP chest piece, but a defense glove. So something like that. You really want like probably 3 pieces of HP gear, 2 pieces of defense gear type thing. Yeah, so in terms of our masteries, I have gone down for a slightly different route than most people. Again, I'm trying to do a specific thing with her here. So I've gone down defense and support trees. I'm looking for lasting gifts here just to extend any buffs, because she does put the buffs up and that's always handy. I like Laura Steele because I'm trying to really maximize the speed out of her so that she can cut in on champions or not be cut in on. A little bit of rapid response is always handy. She doesn't need accuracy at all. This is Exalt and Death. It's just to get down to here really. But really I'll put on a little bit more defense. Blast proof is always useful. All the way down here, and I've actually put on Bulwark and Selfless Defender. So what I'm wanting her to do is really take the hits away from my nukers in the sort of builds that I'm trying to put her into, and it seems to work. And she's pretty tanky. Like I say, if I could get her up to that 4k defense, that would be useful. I haven't maxed my Great Hall for defense for Void yet, so if I can get that maxed pretty soon, that will really help my cause. But there's loads of ways you can go with this. I wouldn't go down the offense tree at all. You could potentially go down, yeah, you could probably go down something like Timely Intervention. That could be pretty useful, because then you could sort of beef up one of your rezzers and then they could res all your guys. Yeah, you could just stick a ton more defense on our Iron Skin here, and maybe just use Selfless Defender. Actually, that might actually be a better option, to be honest, because I don't know if this... it's more likely the first hit that's actually going to do damage, but I'm going to stick with this for a while and see how it plays. If it looks like she is getting beasted by some of the real damage hegemons, then I'll maybe switch this over to Iron Skin and have the exact same tree and see how that runs, because that 200 defense might just make a difference. So I think we're just going to take her into some games just now and I'll let you see how she rolls. Right, so we're into arena here. So we're in Platinum Arena. This is like 4 or 5 hours before reset, so the big boys are out to play. This is the time when all the good players come out anyway. So I feel this is a good time to actually test her and show you her against worthy opponents. There's no point in me going into Gold 4 and doing this, because yeah, it's not much use. So I mean, at the moment we were top 10, but we're down to 65 because my defense isn't as good. So we're floating around the top 100 in Platinum currently 4 or 5 hours before reset, so it is a good time to play. And yeah, so I mean, what I'm looking for in kind of my arena teams to beat teams anyway is something like this. I could definitely beat these teams because I've got a really, really fast arbiter. I think she's about 370 something. And I could easily do this with my nuke strategies, but the problem, like I say, I was running into was Torments. So what she is really good for, let's just find a decent Torment team to try this on. Let's go with this. Let's go with this Torment team here. So we've got Torment here. So what I'm going to look to do is I'm actually going to take out my Madame and I'm going to put in my Skytouched Shaman. So I check my speed. My Prince Kaimar is at 281. My Skytouched Shaman is at 287. So you need Skytouched Shaman going second for this to really work. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Right, so as you can see here, I'm going to boost, and look, froze my arbiter down. Didn't freeze any of the other of my champions, which is pretty lucky, but a lot of the time that would happen. But what this happens, if you just do that, It removes all the debuffs, puts the block debuffs on, revive on death, and then my Kymar can come in, sleep everyone, and then I just need to get to Ethos to use his nuke ability, and boom. Obviously you're not going to kill that horrible champion right there, but Kymar can start doing this stuff. I can take off the oh, he's got that on lifesteal, I think. That's strange. Right, there you go, you get the idea. But yeah, that's how it works. So I'm just seeing this one out now. But one thing, if you look at the screen here, actually, it's really useful, is even though we only kind of had a couple of turns there, look how much healing she did. She was nearly 100k healing. So that was one thing I wasn't really pointing out in that video, but her healing is massive. Most of the time, if any of your champions are down at low health, as soon as it hits her turn, if she's lost any health whatsoever, she's going to heal basically everyone back up to full health. Right, here we go. Here's another Tormund team here. So we've got Tormund, Warlord, Ethos, Arbiter. Some really good champions here. We'll stick with the same team. Right, we're coming in. So Arbiter has actually taken a turn here, but I've managed to cut in on her quickly because my champions are quite fast. So straight off the bat, Kymar has been frozen. I can do this, unfreeze him, sleep everyone, and now it's just a case of working out who's got the most health. I'll put a bit of weaken onto him and then blow them up. And then obviously you've got to kill Tormund, but we'll just auto that. Kymar's pretty useful for this fight as well because he does the reset after, so you can stick it back on if you need to. And that's all she wrote, guys. So this is like top level platinum. Like I say, where are we just now? We're top 50 platinum just before reset. So these are good teams we're facing. And that is a way to deal with Tormund because he is a bit of a nightmare at this level. So the next champion we're going to try and deal with is a Hegemon. Now, Hegemon is the bane of everybody's life in Platinum Arena. So basically, Tormunds and Hegemons, and to an extent, Foley, screw my actual main arena offense team up. So that's why I have Skytouched built up to sub in for these fights for the offense. But Hegemon was definitely the most difficult, but Skytouched I've found is a really good answer to dealing with Hegemon. So let's go ahead. Right, here we've got a Hegemon team at high level plat. We've got Duchess, we've got Candraphon, who's really annoying actually to beat with this team. Hegemon and Arbiter. What I'll do is I'll sub out my Arbiter actually, and what we're going to do is put in this really cool champion called Molly Tankard. Some of you might know her. She's used in a lot of teams for beating Hegemons actually. She fills turn meters of all allies when she's hit. So obviously Hegemon takes the first hit and then she can sort of cut people in and boost the turn meter up so that you can make sure you take a turn. So the idea is between her and Skytouched Shaman, they're both in Bulwark and both in Selfless Defender to take damage off of these two. And Molly's really tanky in a shield set and obviously immunity for Skytouched Shaman, so she can remove all the debuffs and the shield set should let us survive, I've yet to find a Hegemon that's gotten through my shield. There will be a few out there, don't get me wrong. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if this works. So straight off the bat, Hegemon, boom, and he's quite a strong Hegemon, but the good thing is you actually get that counter attack off Ethos quite a lot, so his health's quite low. Skytouch has actually healed my Ethos right back up, if you can see. Yeah, he took quite a good heal there. I didn't get any decrease the lock cooldown things on here, which is what we would really need this ability for, but I'm just going to stick this on anyway. So removes all the buffs, put it on, and then we shall sleep everyone. Didn't sleep the Candraphon. That Candraphon's a bit of a pain because it's the weak affinity. Molly can actually put some nice provokes on though, which means she's provoked Candraphon, which is really strong as well. Another good thing about this comp. Pity she wasn't able to provoke the Duchess there because I'm going to wake Duchess up here, but hopefully with Ethos, with any luck, we can actually blow her up in a winner. Not quite, I'm afraid, so she's actually going to revive her team here. That provoke came in a little bit clutch there because he probably would have blown up my team, but I've got revive on death on everyone, so that's another good thing about Skytouched Shaman. So I'm just going to hit just now. Luckily on auto, she's not used the revive, so I can reset the cooldowns here. She does have block debuffs on right now, so there's not a lot of point in putting this on. So yeah, everyone has block debuffs, so I'm just going to see if I can lower turn meter on her. Nope. I'm going to put this back on and then go for this ability again and blow everyone up, and that is how you beat a Hegemon team. So let's see if we can find someone a little stronger. Right guys, for whatever reason my microphone failed in this one, so I've actually had to take the video back and re-record over it. So this is just a video of this one, but we found a really strong Hegemon team here. This guy's like, I think he's got the badge for winning the Platinum Arena and stuff, so let's go ahead with this. So that's Hegemon, Trunda, Madame and Arbiter, a really solid arena team. He's got a good Hegemon here as well, so as you can see, boom, takes us down straight away. He's locked our skills down, but I was able to do that. Sleep them, provoke, and then we go to boom, and that didn't quite kill them again. Because we don't have the decreased defense, sometimes it doesn't nuke people. A Trunda would be better there because she would just blow them up, but I don't have a Trunda. But Ethos does hit super hard, and keep in mind my guy's in Savage set at 300% crit damage, so he is pretty damn strong. But I mean, this is like one of the hardest, if not the hardest, sort of teams you'll face in Arena. So the fact that I'm able to do this with Skytouched Shaman is really cool. And that's obviously, as you can see, this guy's pretty strong. He's got the #1 place before. So and this is a really good team. So that is a really cool way to beat Hegemon and Torment teams. I'm really glad I built this champion up, and I took the time to learn her kit and figure out where she can go. Once I get her properly geared up, like I say, she's in fairly subpar gear now, but if I could get her up to about 320 speed, a little bit more survivability, beast Molly out as well, so I can really take on all the Hegemon teams, even the damage Hegemons. I think this should be a pretty solid roster for me to try and compete at Platinum Arena. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. As always, please hit the bell button for notifications so you don't miss the next video. And have a great day guys. Peace.